Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're going to be diving deep into AI and personalized learning.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, so we're basically going to be looking at how AI could transform the way we learn and develop skills.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got some really interesting reports and real-world examples to sort of dig into today. Did you know that in just 3 years, almost half of all learning management systems will be powered by AI?
Oh, wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And get this, students using AI-driven learning have seen their test scores jump by a crazy 62%.
That's a huge jump.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What I find really interesting is how this technology is blending with actual teaching methods to create a more effective but also a customized learning experience for each person.
So let's break this down a little bit. First off, what exactly is personalized learning?
Yeah.
Is it like having a personal tutor for every subject?
I mean, that's a great way to think about it. It's recognizing that everyone learns differently. So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, AI can analyze your learning patterns, figure out your strengths and weaknesses and adjust the content, the pace, and even the teaching style to fit you perfectly.
So it really is a learning experience designed just for you.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. It's like having a digital tutor who always knows the best way to teach you something. Now, the sources mention these platforms called Newton and Dreambox.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about how they use AI to personalize learning?
Absolutely. So Newton, it acts like a digital tutor
by
analyzing your learning data. Let's say you're struggling with algebra.
Mm-hmm.
Newton can create a customized study plan and recommend specific resources to help you grasp those tricky concepts.
So it's like having a guide who knows exactly where you need extra help.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And what about Dreambox? How does that work?
So Dreambox is all about making learning fun and engaging. It uses AI to analyze how students are performing and then suggests customized learning activities. So if you're excelling in a particular area, Dreambox will challenge you with more advanced activities.
Right, yeah.
And if you're struggling, it'll provide extra support to help you catch up.
So it's like having a learning companion that adjusts to your pace and keeps you motivated?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't just some far-off futuristic idea.
Right.
These platforms are already out there making personalized learning a reality.
Yeah.
This is mind-blowing. What other incredible things could AI do in the future of education?
Well, imagine an AI system that could actually predict potential learning challenges before they even happen. Let's say you're about to start a new unit in physics.
Okay.
Based on your past performance and learning patterns, AI could anticipate if you might have difficulty with certain concepts.
Hold on. It can actually predict what I'm going to struggle with.
Yeah.
That's wild. But what happens next? Does it just leave me hanging?
Not at all. It would suggest additional support materials or adjust the difficulty level to help you prepare. It's like an early warning system that helps you avoid those roadblocks in your learning journey.
Okay, that is seriously impressive. And I read that AI can also provide much more personalized feedback than just a simple grade. Can you explain how that works?
So think about the difference between getting a C on an essay versus receiving feedback that tells you exactly what you need to work on to improve your writing.
Oh.
AI can analyze your work in detail, identify patterns in your mistakes, and provide specific suggestions for improvement.
So instead of just knowing I messed up, I'd actually know why and how to fix it. That makes so much more sense than just getting a bad grade.
Exactly.
Is this personalized feedback something that's already being used?
Yes, it's being integrated into various educational tools. What's really impressive is the accuracy. We're talking about a 91% accuracy rate in identifying areas where a student needs to improve.
Wow.
That level of personalized feedback could truly revolutionize how we learn.
This all sounds incredible. But are there any downsides? I know the sources mentioned a few challenges with AI in education. Is there a risk that this personalized learning could come at the cost of our privacy?
You raise a valid point. Data privacy is absolutely essential. We need to ensure that strong safeguards are in place to protect student information.
Right.
After all, personalized learning relies on data, and that data needs to be handled responsibly and ethically.
So it's a balancing act between harnessing the power of AI and ensuring responsible use.
Exactly.
It seems like this is just the tip of the iceberg. What else is out there? Are there real-world examples of AI being used to support students' social and emotional well-being?
That's a great question, and it leads us perfectly into the next part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We'll explore how AI is not just about academics. It's about supporting the whole learner.
I'm hooked. Stay tuned as we continue our deep dive into the exciting world of AI and personalized learning. We'll be back with part 2 after a short break. Welcome back to the deep dive. We left off talking about how AI could actually predict our learning challenges before they even happen. That's a game changer in itself, but you hinted at something even more fascinating, using AI for social emotional learning. I usually think of AI in terms of like academic subjects, so this is a whole new level for me.
It's true. AI is often associated with cognitive skills, but think about it. How we feel impacts how we learn, and AI is now being used to support the whole learner.
Okay, so how does AI actually help with something like stress or anxiety? Can it really understand those things?
Well, imagine an AI system that can analyze facial expressions, tone of voice, even writing style. These can be indicators of a student's emotional state.
So it's like the AI can pick up on these subtle cues that we might not even notice ourselves.
Exactly.
That's incredible. But what happens once the AI detects something? Does it send a message to the student saying like, hey, you seem stressed?
Not quite. The data is used to provide personalized interventions, connect students with resources, or even alert teachers so they can provide additional support. It's like an extra layer of care woven into the learning experience.
It's like having a silent guardian watching out for our well-being.
Yeah.
And this is especially important now with all the pressures students are facing.
Exactly. The pandemic, social media, the constant pressure to achieve it all adds up. And AI can help students navigate these challenges and develop resilience.
It's amazing to think that AI could help foster a sense of well-being in the classroom. But let's get back to those challenges we touched on earlier. I'm still thinking about data privacy. It's great that AI can personalize learning, but how can we be sure that student data is being protected?
You're right to be cautious. Data privacy is paramount. Think of it like a doctor-patient relationship. You trust your doctor to use your information to help you, not harm you.
Right, there's an implied trust there.
That same level of trust needs to exist between students, educators, and the people developing these AI systems. Transparency is key. Students and parents should always know what data is being collected, how it's being used, and who has access to it. No more hiding behind complicated terms and conditions.
Yeah, we need to be able to understand it without a law degree. And it's not just about transparency, is it?
Yeah.
We need to be sure the data is being used ethically.
Absolutely. There need to be strict guidelines to prevent misuse or exploitation of student data. The potential benefits of AI in education are enormous, but trust and responsibility are fundamental.
Okay, so transparency, ethical use, and strong safeguards. Those are the non-negotiables.
Yeah.
But what about access? We talked about the digital divide earlier. Not everyone has equal access to technology. How do we make sure everyone benefits from these advancements in AI-powered learning?
This is a critical issue. It's like having this incredible educational opportunity, but only making it available to a select few. That defeats the purpose of personalized learning. We need to ensure that all students, regardless of their background or location, have the opportunity to benefit.
So what are the solutions? How do we level the playing field?
It requires a collaborative effort. Policymakers, educators, and tech companies need to work together. We need investments in infrastructure, affordable devices, internet access, and digital literacy training. It's about breaking down those barriers and creating equal access to opportunity.
This all makes sense, but there's one more challenge I want to revisit. We talk about the potential for bias in AI. If the data used to train the AI is biased, could those biases then be reflected in the personalized learning experience?
That's a very important point. We need to ensure that these AI systems are designed and trained in a way that promotes fairness and equity. Think of it this way. If the ingredients used to bake a cake are bad, the cake will be bad too.
So garbage in, garbage out, as they say. How do we make sure that the AI is being fed the right ingredients, so to speak?
It starts with the teams developing these systems. We need diversity, a range of perspectives and lived experiences to ensure the technology is inclusive. And we need constant evaluation and auditing of the algorithms to detect and mitigate any potential bias.
So it's an ongoing process, not a one-time fix. We need to be vigilant.
Exactly. AI has the potential to revolutionize education, but we have to approach it responsibly.
This has been such an eye-opening discussion. We've covered so much ground, from the potential benefits to the ethical challenges and the importance of equal access. But I'm also excited to hear about what's next. What does the future hold for AI in education?
Well, hold on to your hats, because in the final part of our deep dive, we're going to step into the future of learning. We'll explore some really exciting trends that are already starting to emerge.
I can't wait. Stay with us as we continue our exploration into the world of AI and personalized learning. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've talked about how AI can personalize learning, provide feedback, and even support students' well-being. But now let's jump into the future. What's next for AI in education? What trends should we be watching?
Get ready for this one. One of the most exciting trends is the rise of virtual reality and augmented reality in learning.
VR and AR in the classroom. That sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie. I can barely keep up with my phone, never mind a VR headset.
Yeah.
But seriously, how does this actually work?
Imagine instead of just reading about ancient Rome, you could put on a VR headset and actually stand in the middle of the Colosseum.
Whoa.
Or explore the pyramids of Egypt. We're talking about immersive, hands-on experiences that bring learning to life.
Wow, I can see how that would make history way more engaging than just reading a textbook. But is this just for history? Could I dissect a frog in biology class using VR? Please tell me no, I get squeamish.
You might be able to dissect a virtual frog. No mess involved. VR and AR can be used for all sorts of subjects. Imagine building a virtual machine in engineering or practicing surgery in med school. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's like having a hands-on lab experience without any of the real-world risks. And what about AR? I've heard about that being used in games like Pokemon Go. How would that work in education?
Augmented reality overlays digital information onto the real world. Imagine walking down the street and using your phone to see like the history of a building. Or learn about the science behind a tree right in front of you. It's like having a personalized tour guide in your pocket.
That would make learning so much more interactive and fun. Okay, so VR and AR are definitely trends to watch. What other exciting developments are on the horizon for AI in education?
Think about this. AI could be your personalized career counselor. It can help students figure out what they're passionate about and what kind of career might be a good fit.
Wait, so the AI could tell me what I should be when I grow up? That's a lot of pressure.
It's not about telling anyone what to do. It's about providing guidance and support. AI can analyze your skills, your interests, and even your academic performance to suggest potential career paths.
So it's like having a personal advisor who helps you explore different options and make informed decisions about your future.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. These AI systems can also connect you with relevant resources, like internships, mentorships, or specific training programs.
That would be incredibly helpful for students who feel lost or overwhelmed by all the choices. I know I could have used that kind of guidance when I was younger.
And AI can continue to support you throughout your career. Even after you graduate, it can help you identify emerging skills, recommend professional development opportunities, and even connect you with potential employers. It's like having a lifelong career coach powered by AI.
Wow, this is mind-blowing. It sounds like AI could truly transform education as we know it. But we've also talked about the importance of using it responsibly. As we move forward, how do we ensure that AI is used for good in education?
It all comes down to a few key things. First, we need to make sure everyone understands both the potential and the challenges of AI. That means educating students, teachers, and policymakers.
Education is key. We can't just blindly adopt a new technology without understanding its implications.
Exactly. Second, we need to have open and honest conversations about the ethical implications of AI. We need to be thoughtful about how we design and use these systems.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the values and principles that guide its development and use.
Absolutely. And finally, we need to prioritize research and development that aligns with our goals for education. We don't want to just embrace AI for the sake of it. We need to make sure it's truly serving humanity.
It's about harnessing the power of AI while staying true to our values and ensure that everyone benefits.
This has been a fascinating exploration of AI and personalized learning. It's clear that we're on the cusp of a major transformation in how we learn and grow.
It's been an incredible deep dive, and I encourage everyone listening to keep exploring this rapidly evolving field.
Stay curious, stay informed, and let's shape the future of learning together.
Thank you for joining us on the deep dive.